Welcome back, everyone, to Starfinder, the drift crisis as it unfolds around us. In our last session, our lovely little group of adventurers found themselves brought to the divine realm of Cynosure, seemingly at the behest of the goddess Desna herself. She who had provided you all coordinates while you were trapped in the future to use the signal chaos engine, send yourselves back to present day, to a place and time where you were able to save nearly an entire cosmonastery of Solarian monks from an untimely death in a black hole due to a few cultish members of their crew and the machinations of a rogue AI. Upon arriving in this divine realm, you were brought to the Stardust Cafe, a lovely little abode slightly on the outskirts of the city, where you and Desna were the only individuals there, aside from the hostess Zuli, and you had a lovely little brunch, a long lasting conversation where you introduced yourselves, let Desna get to know you a little bit better, perhaps even got to know the goddess a little bit more. Before the conversation topic turned to the problem at hand, the drift crisis as it has gone on. As Desna mentioned, unfortunately, the drift really isn't her department. She didn't create it, she can't repair it, but she can do something about everyone affected by it. The people trapped, scared, and alone, unable to return home. She has chosen you all to be her champions, in effect, to assist a number of these people who have been affected by the crash, to help them find safety and the security of their families, perhaps. But of course, before you are sent back out to do that, she nearly demanded that you all take some time and rest. You have been nearly run ragged ever since the drift crashed, with basically no time to relax or decompress, instantly getting slingshotted into hell, into another dimension, into the future, and then nearly into a black hole upon your return. It has been, for you all, nearly a month of non-stop stress and effort, and you finally have some time here with which you can relax, you can breathe, you can eat well. You don't have to worry too much, as Desna has promised you all that time sort of indulges her whims here in Cynosure. So no matter what may be going on in the universe at large outside of here, you all will have the time you need with which to rest and recuperate. You all headed out, picked up lodgings at one of the nearby hotels, Wanderer's Rest, getting one of the larger suites near the top of the building, reserved exclusively for your use. Some of you, Amara and Thinker, immediately began sitting down, setting up the creator capsules, and fabricating some improvements to the party's gear. I believe a better weapon for Amara and a magical microphone that Kamana can make use of when it is done, while the rest of you took some time exploring the city, singing, and eventually heading to a pop-up rave that evening, hosted by a record label, Rare Reviews. Had a lovely time at the rave, and were even invited to be the star performance the following night. Excuse me. Since the actual performers who had originally been hired for the event were lost in the drift crash. Couldn't quite make it, and so you all were asked if you would like to perform. And with an honestly spectacular spectacular performance. Kamana as the lead vocalist with Amara and Durgesh on the backup singing, and even Halikon helping out with, I believe, some crowd work, if I'm recalling properly.
You are, yeah.
You all had a wonderful performance. Your name is certainly going to be remembered and spoken about in the next few coming days, at least, around Cynosure, before your fame quickly fades. More importantly, you got paid. That's what we really care about. The money coming in. Both tips, some ticket sales, and most importantly, the merch sales, bringing you all about 1,000 credits in total to your name, which gave you all a much needed little influx of cash following the event. And so, as we pick back up, it is the following morning. I know Amara and Thinker both have about 2.5 days left of work for their creator capsules to finish what they're working on, but that can certainly be put off as necessary. And you guys pretty much have the time to yourselves to do what you would like. You can partake in regular downtime activities, you can head out and explore the city, see what you find, people you meet. You can always ask Crimson Caprice if there are things to do, people to meet, places to see, things like that. It is very much your choice of what you would like to do. It's the beach episode.
That was last episode.
I didn't say I was limiting it to one session.
Oh, okay.
It's beach episode part 2.
Electric Boogaloo. Oh god.
So,
worsening.
what would people like to do?
Well, go ahead.
I'll go ahead. So with the club, with the thing we got it set up for Kamana's performance, has that happened yet?
Yes, we did that at the end of last session. It is now the morning after that. So you did your performance last night, got fantastic reviews, people were super happy with it, and you made quite a decent amount of money off of it as well.
I'll come back to you on that.
Okay.
Feel free to go.
Over to Halikon.
Right. Halikon is definitely still and forevermore in an exploration mood. But at the same time, he would like to, well, hang out with the rest of the group, really. With Durgesh, with Kamana, who don't seem to be too busy, maybe.
Sure.
Specifically because he doesn't actually know too much about them quite yet. And would like to ask more questions about the various things that were dropped here and there. He's still fairly certain, like 60%, that the whole hell thing is just a metaphor, but he's no longer certain at this point.
Yeah.
So basically just exploring the city, chatting, small talk, that sort of thing.
Fantastic. Well, Kamana Durgesh, do you wish to explore alongside Halikon? Do you have other things you would like to do?
Durgesh doesn't know what to do with himself.
There's nothing to fight.
Nothing to fight, and no pressing matters to work on.
Make use of that charisma that no one knows about.
Right, I keep forgetting that Durgesh has good charisma, and I'm not the only one trained in diplomacy.
We always forget Durgesh's charisma score.
Yeah. You just see Beat the Blizzard.
No.
I guess for now, yeah, Kamana's so exhausted from the concert last night that she's just going to explore with Halikon.
Sure.
That being nursing a head, not like a hangover headache, but just a loud music headache.
Absolutely, yeah.
Ibuprofen, get some coffee,
The drinks at the event did wonders for your physical exhaustion and making sure that you could stay up and sing and party and dance all night. But, 2 nights of that in a row without getting any actual sleep, the mental exhaustion is certainly catching up.
Yeah.
So you can absolutely sort of keep a back seat and just sort of go walk around with people today. Let's go ahead and from our, I suppose before we get any rolls, Amara, would you like to join them? Do you have other things you like to do, or do you just want to keep focusing on your creator capsule for now?
I think this she'll spend the first half of the day getting ship upgrades in order, like
Sure.
finding a place to do all that. Because
Yeah. We will go over all these ship upgrades and what that looks like when we actually are preparing to leave, but you can certainly sort of start looking around at what's available for parts and start thinking about how you guys want to upgrade the Primarata. You have access to, quite frankly, phenomenal materials here. So you guys should be able to do some pretty big upgrades to your ship. Level 1 all the way to level 4. Be a nice big jump.
Oh man.
So if you're spending the first half of the day doing that, then we will focus on the other 3 for their first half of the day. Kamana, Durgesh, and Halikon. I will ask you guys to give me a blind skill check, sort of your choice here. You can give me gather information. If you're talking to people, you can give me just general perception. You can give me an investigation roll. If you have other things you'd like to sort of use a skill for, you are welcome to do that as well.
I think Kamana is done with talking to people for a while. So and
Fantastic.
charisma, but also social anxiety.
Unfortunately, people are not done talking to you.
Oh,
And both your newfound fame from the concert last night, coupled with the fact that you guys have Desna's divine favor, that very visible sort of near shell of sparkling light around yourselves, people's attention are pretty much always being drawn to you, and people are just coming over and chatting, saying hi, not holding you up for any length of time, but will come over for like brief small talk conversations as you're walking. It's just sort of something you have to deal with here.
I think Durgesh will do a gather information.
Sure.
My diplomacy. Is that secret?
Yes, please. And there should be a button for it in your basic action macros in the exploration tab.
Right.
I know. It has another tab. Who would have thought?
Oh my god, who uses those?
Halikon, what about you? Any skills you would like to roll here?
I do like rolling dice.
We love
I
rolling
think
dice.
For Helicon's case, exploration, I mean, probably just like actively looking around and going down various roads and whatnot. I feel like perception would be the
Perfect.
closest thing to
Yeah.
that.
Absolutely. Okay. Maybe paying a bit less attention to what you're finding as you are trying to chat with Kamana and Durgesh throughout the morning and learn a bit more about them. You've spent, at this point, probably nearly a week with them, but, I mean, it's been a pretty hectic week, to be fair. So, not the most receptive, but definitely getting the chance to chat. Durgesh, as you're sort of asking around, there's the strangest collection of people that show up and try and talk to you. There are Azada, there are humans, there are entities that seem as if they are woven out of corporeal energy itself. Very strange. You come across a bear that's asleep and floating, and just sort of floating down the street, and it speaks telepathically to you at one point. You're not sure how that happened, but
Psychic bear.
pretty much, yeah. Funny little awoken bear dreamer. Quite a number of strange individuals keep coming across you. It is actually one of the Azada, someone by the name of Swavaria. They introduce themselves, and after, of course, gushing about your divine favor, asking, what's brought you here to Cynosure, things like that, with a sort of bubbly expression, they're gonna go, I don't know if you're all interested in this, but the Mothwing Regatta's coming up in, I think, 4 days now, so if you're interested in that, I think you guys could do pretty good at that, or at least come watch it. My team's gonna do real well, so.
What sort of event is it?
It's a boat race through the stars. Yeah, some enchanters are going to take the waters of Midnight Lane and raise them up into the sky, make it look like starlight and almost like a Cosmo. And we're gonna have boats that can. They're really flying. They're ships meant to look like boats with wings, but it's a boat race.
Huh. Well, maybe we'll check it out.
Yeah, if you don't want to compete, I'm part of the Wing Eaters. You got to come cheer for us at least. We're going to do real well. I think we're going to win if you don't compete at least.
All right.
And they'll,
So you said
flit
this
off
person
just
was
as quickly.
You said this person was what were they?
Azada. They are a
Azada.
type of fae. Or not an Azada. Am I crazy? I'm thinking of a Hesper. I am stupid. Don't mind me. I Hesper, not Azada. These types of funny little fae. Humanoid-sized, and sort of fae that are attracted to radiation over anything else.
Didn't we see a couple of those in the Cosmic Birthday?
You did.
Oh, okay.
Did you say they're attracted to radiation?
Yes.
That's concerning.
Yeah, Hespers are fae attuned to radiation. They bond with starship power cores, space station reactors, other types of machinery.
Like space moth people.
Pretty much,
Like
yeah.
radiation is like.
With aversion to clothes.
Their lore is very strange if you guys ever read through their entire little blurb.
He must be really cold.
I mean, they're attuned to radiation. I think that's probably keeping them quite warm.
Taking touch is scary.
It's a big effect. You don't want to get bioelectric cells?
Growing tumors.
So you get invited to a boat race in a couple of days, apparently. And, it's a bunch of small things like that. Getting invited to weird, strange events, like a masquerade invite. You get invited to, a cartographer's summit that's going to be going on tomorrow night. You're not sure why. They probably just saw you and decided to invite you. Things are very open here. Kamana. A couple hours into the morning, probably around the time you're starting to maybe even get a little annoyed with how many people are coming up and trying to talk to you guys as you go, something catches your attention. As you guys are walking down one of the main roads, sort of stopping, looking into shop windows and whatnot, you come across a art gallery by the name of the Polaris Gallery, it seems. It looks pretty kind of schmancy. What catches your attention is a very stylistic portrait in the window of the shop. Specifically, a portrait of a devil. Feminine features, black feathered wings, wickedly pointed horns, standing before this sort of swirl of psychedelic colors. It is a devil you have run into before.
Oh no.
Painted in this shop, apparently.
Oh, it's a paint. Oh.
It is a painting in the window of this figure, not the figure themselves.
Okay. Whew. A little worried there for a second.
Should we ask about this?
If you want to go in and ask about it, you certainly can.
Kamana will look to Halikon and Durgesh. They want to go in and ask about the painting.
That person hates us.
Like, a lot. Like, she tried to kill us, like, twice now, I think. I'm really curious why they have a thing of him here.
And we should absolutely go and ask. There's a funny coincidence, although funny might not be the best word.
This person is completely irrational. Like, they blame us for accidentally landing our ship on their sister. It's like,
You
had no idea
landed
where
your
we were
ship on her sister?
we by a skid marked their sister. Yes. In hell.
Right.
It all comes back to them being in hell, Halikon. It all comes back to it. You guys push open the doors, head into the gallery itself. It's a 2-story building. As you head in, the smell of like patchouli sort of washes over you. Every spare inch of wall is covered in probably over 1,000 paintings of varying sizes in a variety of styles as well. Some of them are like abstract, just blotches of color. Others are these intricate geometric patterns. Others are like realistic scenery paintings or still lifes. It is a massive variety, and all of you, as you step in, are sort of overcome with this intense feeling of deja vu. There are 2 figures inside, currently speaking to one another as you enter the room. One of them is wearing like a very nice sort of midnight blue robe with a painter's smock over it. They are an Osharu is the ancestry. For those of you who don't know what an Osharu is, they are slug-like individuals, looking something like this. I really don't know how to describe this person to you, so there you go. That's them.
Sea slug.
As for the figure talking to them, Ant, would you please describe your character to us?
Oh, I'm a Fae now.
You're here.
Absolutely.
Hello.
Hello. So there is a feminine android speaking to this slug person. She stands about 6'2". She has on like a black high collared leather jacket. With just like common like your basic like the basic armor you would see a spacer wearing. Her hair is just a mess of wires and cords that kind of are all just all over the place. Her eyes glow with this like violet light, and she's just conversing with this person.
Yeah. As you are, you came into this place for a very, not quite the same reason as the people who have also just stepped in. More so, as you are walking past, you took a moment to admire the artwork, and this figure who introduced himself to you as Munol actually, like, pushed the door open and called out to you and asked you to come chat with him. And that was maybe only a minute or two ago, so you've just sort of gotten through introductions with one another. And he was actually, for now, just sort of making small talk, asking your opinions of the other pieces in the gallery. But as he's like, oh, well, how do you think about and he stops. His antenna sort of waves slightly in the air, and he turns his body slightly to face past you towards the front door.
Hi.
Welcome to Polaris Gallery. What brings you in today?
Is he talking to us now?
Yes.
Kamana will say, "Oh, we're interested in that painting of the devil. It's someone we recognize, and we're just curious about how her painting got here. We didn't think she would be well known in Desna's territory. Azada and devils and all that."
You are... He'll, excuse me one moment, miss. This concerns you as well. And he'll stride over to the window and gingerly sort of pick up the painting. It's not a particularly large painting. Maybe 1 foot by 1.5 feet. Not particularly large. But he'll sort of gingerly lift it off the stand. You are talking about this painting, yes?
Yeah. Yeah. We know that person.
It and all of my other artworks are dreams I have. I paint what I see within my dreams and trade the finished products for anyone interested in them. I had the dream of this figure just a few nights prior to one of my newest pieces. Your names wouldn't happen to be Kimana,
Oh boy.
Durgesh, and Halakon, would they?
Oh boy.
We sure got famous very
Yeah.
quickly. I wasn't even on stage.
I don't think it's about us being on stage.
Your names yourselves were in this dream. Actually, all 4 of you were in the dream. And he'll sort of gesture over to
Ant
you.
will kind of cross his. Ant like has her arms crossed and this is like her head cocked and goes, "I was in someone's dream."
Yes, it's. I paint what I see in my dreams, but I 3 nights ago had a dream of this figure and all of you in some sort of strange environment decided to only paint her from it, but you all are easily recognizable from what I remember of it.
What do you mean, strange
Well, do
environment?
you paint the future or something?
I simply paint what I see in my dreams. I cannot speak to having any sort of omniscience or foresight. It simply is what I see. The environment was some sort of large metallic space with what appeared to be a source of energy at the center.
Do you need anything out of the kitchen? I'm gonna do the floors.
Oh. Too bad Thinkerset's here. You might know what that means.
Right?
I think that might be the Tesseract.
I am afraid I don't know of what you speak.
That makes 2 of us. That was something in the drift, if I remember right.
Yes, from what you guys know, the Tesseract is a station effectively located in the drift itself that is very strange. It's not very well known. Anyone who has ever tried to access it to explore it has never been seen again, basically. So there's really little to nothing known about it.
So, hi. My name is Ant. It's I guess, a pleasure to meet you. People who I'm going to help slay a demon with, apparently, sometime in the near future.
The devil. They get offended if you call them demons.
They
I know
really
that much.
do.
I feel like landing a spaceship on their sister is also offensive.
Look, that wasn't our fault.
It's an accident. I didn't mean to.
Although I suppose we
Oh,
should
I-
have stolen the bangles, but whatever.
I was only pointing out that probably difficult to offend her even more, so you don't need to worry about it.
Oh. I'll keep that in mind. I'll call her a demon next time we see her. Be back, battle demon.
Durgish makes a good point. You did rob her corpse. You looted
Yeah,
her
we-
corpse at least.
We did do that. I think you're wearing those bangles right now.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm Durgash, and apparently we end up in the same place at some point.
Well, it sounds good to me. I guess I'm following you now, because
Wait,
I have no idea where to go
No,
from
no.
here.
Oh, well, why are you helping us kill a demon?
Because this guy had a dream.
Who knows?
Hold
Who
on.
knows?
Don't you like? Okay. Hi, my name's Kamana. You said your name was Ant.
Ant.
Oh,
Yes.
Ant. Okay. Hi, Ant.
Yes.
My
Like the
name.
bug.
Like the bug. Okay, excellent. Um, what do you like to do in your spare time? If you're gonna be following, if you're gonna be following us, we should get to know each other better, right? Where are you
Honestly,
from?
I don't know, but I remember it. I don't know. My memory core is damaged, I think. But I remember a lot of violence.
Okay. I guess that's kind of a common theme among the people
So I
that
think I like violence.
Oh,
Yeah.
Kamana just looks utterly devastated that she's with another fucking psycho killer. I
Hey,
thought there
Wait till
might.
you meet my friend.
Kamana is gonna like slouch over towards Halicon and you know, Halicon, you're the only person on the Primarata that's like not completely insane besides me.
That's very concerning.
Ant is
Yeah.
gonna look at Durgash. You go. You look like a warrior, yes?
I
My scaly friend.
shoot at stuff. I don't hit very often.
Hey, I shoot at stuff too. And sometimes I punch stuff, and sometimes I cut stuff, and it depends on what I'm in the mood for. If
Well,
it helps, I do have a lot of medical knowledge in my memory banks for some reason. So I'm good at patching people up, apparently.
that's always good. There's our spread our medicine, anyways.
So, and how did you end up in Cynosure?
Kind of just woke up here. Like I know who Desna is. Like I know that I follow Desna, but it's like it's like my memory core is corrupted. Like I I I probably need to seek repairs, but life is short.
That sounds like something you should absolutely get looked
I
at.
I like to think of it. No. You see, here's my philosophy that I just made up right now. Life is short, and you know, if people need help, help them.
Okay,
You people obviously need help fighting a large demon devil thing. We shall bathe in its blood together.
Oh, we know she
God.
escapes. Like we won't kill her; she'll escape.
I'm joking. I don't bathe in blood. Oh, they don't stay dead?
I don't know. We just know we meet her in the future.
How do you know that you
That's
don't
true.
enjoy bathing in blood if your memory core's broken?
You know, this is a good point. This is a very good point. I don't. Oh, right. Should probably introduce you to my friend. I do know I'm some form of I remember battle. I am some form of advanced like combat android. I know that. And she'll hold out her hand, and these like this. It looks like purple silvery goo will like kind of just form up around her hand and go. This is Scourge. Uh, some form of nanite armor. I don't know. Say hello, Skirt, and like the nanite like a little tiny like tendril come up, it'll like wave. Yeah, this is Scourge.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh. Alright.
So I can do that. And yeah, yeah. So that's my thing. Yeah,
Recon
that's
waves
me.
back to the blob.
It kind of recedes back into her like metallic skin.
It's only
No.
slightly horrifying.
Weird.
Oh, wait till they come out all the way. And like I'm
Oh,
making like plasma cannons and blades. Oh, it's cool. I tell you something. Oh, can't wait for my next big battle. I'm gonna have so much fun.
I
I think.
don't
Like I
mean
said, I remember what I'm able to do. Go ahead. What?
the shopkeep. I don't mean to intrude, but are you planning
Oh, please,
on
please intrude.
sticking around for a while? You seem to be having a lovely little conversation, but
Oh,
not really a
I-
cafe here, if you understand.
yeah, sorry.
Oh,
did you have anything
I
else
don't
to tell
understand
us?
art. Nah.
Well, I'm assuming, of course, you know the name of this devil yourself. So,
I forgot.
that's because you guys haven't actually ever heard it from her. She has
Oh.
never given you her name.
That would be why.
So this devil, are they like? Would you say attractive, ugly, mix of the two?
I would say attractive. Let me check if I have. I don't
Yeah,
have their
she's
art.
got the pot.
I don't. You never showed us a picture of her. I don't think.
Something along the lines of this.
Okay, maybe you did.
That's not quite accurate because I have different art for her. I'm just in the process of ripping it from the background image it's attached to.
Ah,
It's not high on the list of priorities. But it is a.
It should be at the top.
I'm sorry. What were you going to say, Halcon?
If this is a gallery, then are these paintings for sale?
Of course, yes. It's less so sale, more so trade. Currency, trinkets, favors on occasion. It depends. People come in with different sorts of payment to offer, so I try not to keep a set direct price on things.
I see, that's sensible, I suppose. I mean, I think we should purchase this painting. If it's relevant to you, us, our future, then it seems relevant.
I
I'm
agree.
poor, so
Honestly, I've got enough going on here, and I have to be honest. I've been trying not to gush about it, but I was at your performance last night, and it was phenomenal. So, I'll keep the price low. Whatever you think is fair, I will happily make the trade of.
I wouldn't even begin to know how to price any of this fairly.
yeah, I don't really. Uh, um, do you need anything done? Do you have any creatures you need defeating or tasks you need help? Payment in kind. We're really good at doing random tasks nobody else wants to do.
is there any space rats in your basement?
You space rats in my space basement. Go kill them.
Oh, all right. I'm good at that.
I can't
Space-
say I have any creatures that need defeating or exterminating right now.
I think she said feeding.
Or that. Actually, there is perhaps one thing. I have a friend who has been struggling as of late, and used to enjoy coming here, but hasn't shown up in a few days. So I don't know if you have the time and could perhaps check on them for me. I think that could be perhaps a fair payment.
Sure. We were just wandering around aimlessly anyways.
Well, his
Sounds like a plan to me.
name is Safano. You can find him, and he will give you the address for Safano's apartment. I'm not coming up
Sounds
with
like
a
a-
random extraplanar address off the top of my head.
It sounds like a New York pizza place. Yeah, let's go down to Safano's.
You're right, let's go to
Get us-
Safano's.
Yeah,
It
Give us
really
the
does.
Colorado.
Mhm.
That Italian accent.
But he will go ahead and hand off the portrait to any of you who take it from him. There is a name written on the back of it. Malakanta is the name. Whether that is the devil's name or simply what he named the piece, I don't know.
No, that is her name. There, I emphasized cunt on her name. Right, that's what's her name. My cunt.
You need help,
Yes,
Durgesh.
L and
Huh?
an A at the end.
Oh, I forget the A.
Well, I wish you all the best, and if you do come into combat with this devil, I wish you better luck.
Okay.
He'll probably survive.
It was nice meeting you, art guy.
Please call me Munol.
Yeah, that was right. Manol.
He forgot it to you.
Yep, sure did.
All right.
Oh, all right.
Well,
This is a welfare check. We probably don't need that Amara, do we?
up to you guys.
Can at least
Well,
Send
what
a
is Amara
message.
doing right now?
Amaro
Crafting.
was working on the ship, but we have not checked in what Amara may have been planning on doing in the afternoon. Speaking
Hanging out.
of, oh, cool! You wanted to join the group?
Sure.
Alrighty, fantastic. You were planning to meet up with Amara at lunch, anyways.
Oh, we have to drop off this painting anyways. We're not carrying around all over the city.
You guys have a null space chamber.
Yeah, well. Quiet.
Uh huh. Yeah, you guys can absolutely sort of all meet up at lunch. Are you going back to the Stardust Cafe or are you going somewhere else? There's many places. There's like street vendors with food. There are numerous restaurants.
Anacon at least would be
I'm just
disappointed
all in.
going to a place we've already been when there's so much to see.
Mhm.
Just choose a cafe at random.
Alright. Yeah, you guys can pick up one of the cafes that you noticed the other day when you were getting things planned when you and Durgesh were sort of first going out and taking a look around before the rave. You probably noticed a couple cafes. You can just choose one of those that you guys would meet up at for lunch today. And Amara, you will probably be there before the rest of the group gets there, as they got slightly sidetracked. But they will be approaching with someone new who maybe doesn't look the same, but looks sort of similar to someone you just defeated recently. One rogue AI, perhaps.
Oh, great. Got another enemy following us?
You really need to control your racism.
What's a Cora?
Well, it's not Cora.
This is
Oh.
this is Ant. She's a android. She's as bloodthirsty as you are.
Hey, I'm not bloodthirsty. I've just...
Hello.
You know, sometimes you gotta shoot first. Hello.
It's
What do you
true.
mean another
It's
enemy?
It is.
Oh, I understand. Never mind.
Yeah. The art you chose for your character, Ant, is very funny. The rogue AI the party just fought, this was their physical form. So there's some similarity.
Oh,
It's
yes.
danger from the X-Men.
Yes, there are.
Very entertaining.
Actually, that was part of the inspiration I was looking for. Oh my god, I love it.
Well,
That's funny.
And that painting? Why are you carrying around a painting?
Someone we know. Malakant.
Oh, talk about someone who's following us around who's an enemy. Oh, great.
No, this is the devil that tried to kill us twice. Remember?
Yeah. Yes, that's what I was speaking of the second time.
Oh.
Tend to remember faces that try to kill me. When I don't, finish them first.
Apparently,
there's not many you have to remember.
apparently I am destined to help you kill this creature, so here I am.
Okay, that's enough weirdness for today. Let's eat.
I am starving.
Yeah.
Hey, I usually feel I'm pretty reserved, so I don't know why I'm getting labeled in with the bloodthirsty stuff.
You need to give us a diplomacy check, Durgesh, to convince us.
Yeah.
Oh boy. Not bad.
Yeah, that's actually pretty good. Imagine that. Durgesh has good diplomacy. Yeah, you guys are all sit down for a lovely little lunch spread and are able to go ahead and spend some time eating before deciding what you would like to do for the rest of the day. And continue going around, seeing what's up, chatting with people. If you have other downtime activities you would like to do, you are welcome to do. You have seemingly been asked by Unol to perhaps go and check on a friend of his at some point.
I'm going to keep on doing this thing where I do half a day on, half a day off. That way, stuff gets done and I don't try to go crazy from stress.
Amara learning what work-life balance is.
Mm-hmm.
And
You learn that when you get older. Not when you're in the middle of a intergalactic war.
Alrighty. Well, how about the rest of you?
Oh, we got a job request here. Well, I guess we need to do it to pay off the painting.
Okay.
Seems polite to do sooner rather than later.
Sure.
I'm sure it will be a very cordial, hey, is everything okay? And yeah, I've just been doing some stuff. It'll be like, cool.
That or they were kidnapped or dead
Well, that's an escalation.
or both.
All right, you're new to my
Or both.
campaigns. You're not supposed to be guessing my plot hooks so quickly. Come on,
In your
man.
average,
But it's half the
in your
fun.
average city, that could certainly be the case, but certainly not in Cynosure.
Yeah, who's kidnapping people in Cynosure?
Eh,
It's a very peaceful place. There's no crime whatsoever.
There's crime in every city. I think. I don't really know because I can't remember if I've been to a city like before, but I'm pretty sure.
Well, you guys are free to head over to Safano's apartment as you finish up your lunch. Are you going to try and find your way there? Or are you going to ask people for directions? How are you looking to get there?
The people here are friendly enough. Come on, and we'll try to ask directions.
Yeah, it's easy enough if you're asking someone. Someone will absolutely point you in the direction of the apartment home you're looking for without any real issue. And so you guys make your way a little bit over to the apartment. It is, one of the many crystal skyscrapers in downtown Butterfly's Rest is the actual name of this city that people call it. Cynosure is the name of the realm. The city itself doesn't actually have a name. People tend to refer to it as Butterfly's Rest. But you guys make your way to one of these many crystal skyscrapers. It is very clearly an apartment building. As you come in to the lobby, there is not anyone at the front desk, but there is like a little intercom system with a large book on the desk with a little sign next to it that says, please sign in for guest here.
Okay. I'll sign it.
Okay. Yeah, just like signing Durgesh here to see Stefano. Or Stefano, sorry, there's no T in his name. Because he's weird like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Absolutely. As you sign your name on the book, who you're here to see, the intercom crackles a little bit with the static of the line actively opening up. No voice comes through, though, and a moment or two later, there's a ding, and one of the elevators opens its doors.
Oh. All right.
Hey, automation.
There we go.
And you guys get on the elevator.
Could
head...
you imagine?
Is this set up basically you sign in and it detects that you signed in and then it rings the room that you're trying to reach?
Give me a computers check. Or, no, sorry, it's not going to be computers. This is going to be, just give me a recon knowledge. It's going to be magical in nature.
Oh, God.
Your favorite, Durgesh, I know.
Yeah, super talented skill.
But hey, you're rolling well, and that's what matters. You're not the most knowledgeable when it comes to the magical arts. Let's be fair here. Mr. Untrained in everything.
Yeah.
You're not entirely certain. There's definitely some automation to this, but you get the sense, especially with like the crackling of comm static there a moment ago, normally it would be very likely that if someone came and signed in that they were here to see someone,
I'll be right back.
that person you're there to see would be able to chat and say, hey, who are you? Yes, you're good to come up, or no, you're not. This seems to be a case of they buzzed you in without saying anything.
All right.
That seems a bit odd, doesn't it? I mean, even if they can see us through some camera or something, they wouldn't recognize us at all, so surely they would have questions.
Yeah, something doesn't feel right. I pulled the ping glaive.
Yeah, let me assemble my swarm in
I
there.
get. I
Is
wouldn't.
this a... Oh, sorry.
Halcon.
No, it was just I wasn't immediately going to suggest weapons out and crashing doors, but it just felt a bit off, is all I'm saying.
If it feels a bit off, always best to go weapons out at least.
I suppose it's better to be prepared than to be ambushed.
Yeah. You don't want the swarm to come in and
Exactly.
ambush you and then pop out of your head.
What?
I agree.
So he understands.
That
How...
escalated.
Yeah,
That's what the swarm does. That's what the swarm does.
right. Well, how big is this elevator?
It's big enough for all of you to stand on. It's not like elevators as we know, where it's small box. These are very much like sort of tubes and large circular platforms that you will stand on, and the platform itself will rise up to the floor you're going to. There is very easily enough room for all of you. For those of you that need to assemble weapons, you can do that at the same time. You could probably fit, let's say, 15 people on one of these without much issue.
Oh, wow. Wait, hold on. Is there a sign saying maximum capacity?
No, actually.
Oh.
There is no
Maximum
maximum capacity sign.
One sniper rifle. Couldn't have brought my backup. Darn it.
Yeah, strangely enough as well, there is no security check, which you feel like there maybe should have been, especially for people walking around with very dangerous weapons. Now, realistically,
as we're,
I
going up.
yes.
Go ahead.
Nope, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Realistically,
I'm gonna go ahead and assume.
Mhm.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Okay. Amara, I feel I should mention, your rifle is still being upgraded right now.
Oh, that's right. Shoot, I have a
So
knife.
you would not have access to that at the moment.
Yep. Oh well, I can stab people.
As we're all going up, I'm going to go ahead and assume my Eidolon form.
Sure.
So you guys watch as like that same purple like silver goop kind of just like seeps out of her like joints and her hair and everything, and it congeals into this like, I guess it's like almost like a skin tight bodysuit, and kind of just she's like, okay, we are ready.
No, I'm glad you warned us beforehand.
You don't even know if there's anything
Yeah,
in there
usually
we
it
need to
tends to make
fight.
people.
Yeah,
I am
I think
just
we're-
getting ready.
I think we'll make for an awful first impression if he just opens the door and greets us.
Oh, great impression. You never know.
You watch as this like plasma cannon starts to form. Her hand starts to turn into this like giant like plasma cannon. Oh,
No,
so no gonna going and shoot it.
no, we're not going to start shooting unless there's an actual threat. Just have
Fine.
I just have a glaive ready just in case. Like, it's so big. It's like, I may as well just be having it in my hand.
Yeah. I like to imagine maybe the actual shaft of the haft of your glaive is maybe extendable, so it can shorten down when it's on your
Oh,
back.
that's cool.
And then
Yeah,
when you draw it, it fully extends
I'm
for
getting
wielding.
major Teen Titans Robin. Teen Titans Robin vibes.
That's not the image I had in mind, but yes.
If Robin was a large
A large reptile.
lizard
And had a chainsaw attached to his
Right?
staff.
who is
That's
6'7".
cool.
I am
Vests
Robin.
are the coolest.
Yeah.
So cool. I love the vests.
So I mean, Ant here goes into a sort of battle form that you guys are seeing here. Durgesh draws his glaive and just sort of holds it at the ready. Amara pulls out a pistol?
Zero knife.
Oh, a knife. Okay, Amara pulls out a knife. Not having the
Right,
rifle
zero
right
knife.
now. The zero knife you guys took from... what was
What's her
her name? Mona
Pirate.
Seda. Yeah, well, the pirate second in command. Back when they were attacking you guys. But Kimana and Halakon as the
Use,
two resident
fabricate
sane
weapon.
people. Yeah.
We're just looking at each other going like, whoa, calm down, people, please.
The elevator doors will open as you guys reach the fourth floor into a large sort of crystalline hallway. You know you are looking for apartment 406.
All right.
Oh.
Go up.
Yeah. Walk
How,
on
how,
the
how
door.
about the least terrifying people go in front so we don't completely scare everyone?
Fine.
Go ahead.
Kimana will
Just
go
don't ask
first.
to use.
Hey, I will follow.
Just don't ask to use your portal.
Come on, no asking for portal usage, okay?
Asking for portal.
No! Yeah, as you guys make your way over to apartment 406, the doors are decently spread. You get the sense these are not like 1 or 2 bedroom apartments, but full, more so like homes, multi-room setups most likely. But you guys approach, you knock on the door, no response.
What was his name? Stefan, was it?
Safano, Safano.
Hey, Savannah, we're here for the pizza. Open up.
That's a weird thing to say.
That is really weird.
You want me to break down the door?
No.
No, we don't need to break it. I can open it.
Have we even tried the doorknob?
You guys are in front, so I
Hey,
mean,
Kimana will try the door.
Yeah, as you call out, there's no response. The conversation of breaking down the door, picking the lock goes on behind you. You're not sure how Amara might pick the lock because there's a little keycard swipe. But you reach forward and turn the knob. It's not locked. It opens just fine.
Hey, well, Kimana will push for open the door and then say,
no, there
so-
goes my
so-
fun.
Stefano, are you here?
Yeah. Compared to everything else you've seen in Cynosure so far, Safano's apartment would really be what you might liken to a frown in a sea of smiles. It's dirty, unorganized, the air is stale, the large floor-to-ceiling windows are completely shuttered, the lights are off, there's like empty takeout containers littering the floor. There is a couch in the center of the living space upon which a gnome languishes. Physical appearance of like a human child, pointed ears, bushy eyebrows, so he's certainly an adult, but almost as if someone took this figure and painted them in sepia tones. Almost entirely pale skin. Everything else is like shades of brown, pretty much.
Man, Goth gnome.
I know what that is. Player.
You
But
do, as a
Durgesh is
player,
like-
know what that is.
Durgesh is like,
I
that is a
do
weird looking
too.
gnome.
I have artwork for him, which is really funny. I
Why does
don't
he
know
look like that?
why, but why are his eyes so wide?
He's
You see forever.
Oh, this
He's-
poor guy.
This man is staring
so bad
into
for
infinity.
Yeah, I've had that stare before.
Is he dead? Are you dead?
Just a long groan sort of comes out.
Hey, all right, he's not there.
There we
We go.
Are you sure that drone sure sounded like some gas moving over?
Sir, you need help? Say no if you don't need help.
Sounds
Your
like he
artsy
needs
friends.
help.
Your artsy friends worried about you.
Sarah needs help or he's dead. And rising.
Come on, I will go and throw a second rank motivating ringtone on him.
And
Wait, I just realized this thing needs a comm unit. Does he have a comm unit on?
he does.
Okay.
So you start playing music from his comm unit.
Yes.
Dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee.
Here, I composed this one myself. Oh.
Oh, he's depressed. Okay.
Anyone who would like to give me a recon knowledge to understand in character what is going on here is more than welcome to.
I will try.
We'll have a healing roll either way.
Thanks, he's at full health.
Okay.
Not emotionally, though. And Ant, for using things like recall knowledge, if you have your token selected, you will find in the 2 slot on your hotbar is what we call the basic action macros. Has a whole bunch of the basic options you can roll directly from there, and recall knowledge is one of them. Should be near the bottom of the second column. And out of everyone else in the party, Amara, you... Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Has someone targeted?
Oh, no, you're good. Go ahead.
Okay. Amara, you would be the one to immediately understand and recognize signs of the bleaching.
Ah, shit, he's bleaching.
A plague to ancient gnomes that many in modern day have actually had a genetic adaptation that allows them to stave it off. He does not seem to have that adaptation. A disease, effectively, that is one of the main ways that gnomes will die. They typically try to delay the symptoms by experiencing new and interesting things across the entire universe. But it's a magical malaise they basically get stuck in.
Said he drank bleach.
No.
Oh, okay.
The bleaching refers to the colorlessness. And
He
of
poured
life.
bleach on us.
So-
Okay.
I'm gonna sing for. Hey! Don't get bleached. Don't get bleached. I'm gonna sing for you right now. Okay. And Kamana will spontaneously break out into a song and attempt to break him out of his bleaching. Okay, can I roll performance?
You
Mr.
can
Derek?
roll performance, absolutely.
Is that how it works?
Going for the hero point, I see.
Yes.
Okay. So that is a good roll, Kamana.
Dang.
And for some, that might be helpful. Unfortunately, the bleaching is staved off by new experiences that are interesting. And to a super fan like Safano, unfortunately, your music is not particularly new to him. As you break out into a spontaneous song here, but strangely enough, there is no real response from him, even to your music.
I have an idea. As she's singing, I will step out of my I'll step out of Scourge.
Okay.
And Scourge now looks more like a less humanoid, more blob. and I'm just gonna have it. I'm gonna okay, Scourge, dance, and I'll just have Scourge kind of like wave these like tendrils in the air, like you just don't care.
Do you
Well,
want to roll performance as Scourge for me?
Absolute. Oh god, does he have proficiency? Oh, he does. Wow, he does have proficiencies. Interesting. Okay. Oh dear. This is
Not in
good.
performance.
Oh, it's not good, guys. Oh, it's not good.
That is the most
Yeah, -1.
horrifying thing I've seen in my life. I'm gonna have
It
nightmares
is.
for weeks. Oh,
It is novel, at least to me.
novel, yeah.
Well, I tried.
Yeah, I appreciate the attempt.
I'm not
Then,
sure.
then again, for this to
I don't know.
happen, then again, for this to happen in Cynosure of all places, he must have already seen so much.
A lot, yeah.
I'm gonna go poke him in ribs.
With your hand or with the glaive, Durgesh?
with my hand.
Okay, just checking.
Hey, are you with us? Are you good?
Like magical malaise shop, magical therapy. I don't know.
If any of you want to take a look around
I
the
mean-
apartment, you're welcome to do so.
Can I attempt a medicine check on him, maybe?
Sure, I'll allow a medicine to try and diagnose here.
Okay. Because I'm really good at that. It's like my thing.
Triune is better. Oh, nice.
Okay. Taking a look over him. The bleaching is a strange disease as you take a look over his physical form and begin trying to access the sort of internal medical database you have in yourself. Scrolling through the list of plagues and diseases until you get to bleaching. Specifically, there's no cure that you know of. Nothing in your databanks is listed as a cure. There are only ways to stave it off. What's really awful is that when gnomes become afflicted by it, when they start to succumb, if there isn't people there to help them rekindle their interest in things, or help them keep interest, they're going to just waste away until they die. Had you guys not come here, he might have lived a while longer, just like this, but he would have died eventually. Really, the only way to help him get back on his feet would be to figure out not only what would be new for him, but what he would legitimately find interesting. What would help bring that spark back to him.
All right, I'm gonna look around.
Yeah, go ahead and
would
give me
be
that
like-
perception check.
Agreed. Grab
Go
a
for
little
it. And give me a perception should always be a blind roll.
Oh, is that a thing?
Yeah. When you click on the die to roll it and get the whole little pop-up, you should see right above the roll button a roll mode with a drop-down. If you select blind GM roll, it'll make it that only I can see what you rolled and you cannot, which is how we do Pathfinder's secret checks here in Foundry. For perception, it's real easy. You can just hit that
How do
little
you-
crossed-out eye button, and that'll roll it as a secret check.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. And so you'll see its little question marks there for you as to what rolled in chat, because you don't actually know. But I know. I see all. While Amara and Ant are looking around, Halakon, Kamana, Durgesh, what are the three of you doing?
Trying to talk to
Opening a
them.
window.
Come on, and we'll try to keep talking.
Sure.
I keep trying to provoke a response by jabbing them in
I
their
will
ribs. Oi, oi,
I
oi.
So you guys
will
have
say, Scourge is still doing the dance.
fantastic. You guys have come into this guy's apartment, which is absolutely trashed. Kemonostar broke out into song. When that didn't do anything, currently, there is a gnome, the owner of this apartment, languishing in magical apathy on the couch. There's a blob of what looks to be goo floating in the air trying to dance. There's a Lashunta talking to him. There's a Vesk just poking him in the ribs. There is a Sheeran just opening the windows while the android and Pasha are both actually looking around the place and just going through his stuff.
Mhm.
What a scene. Amara and Ant, both of you, pretty perceptive individuals, as you're taking a look around, the walls actually have quite a number of pictures on them. You guys were recommended to come here from the Polaris Gallery, so he likely has some sort of interest in art. However, there is a thick layer of dust over everything right now. There are two things you guys notice. Amara, you notice a pretty, actually really nice looking, like top of the line name brand antique camera knocked off of one of the tables and just on the floor right now, partially under the sofa. Ant, you notice a multiple journals stacked up on the table, all titled Photo Safaris. Numerous pictures, meticulous recordings of like names and dates on them. The most recent like journal slash safari, it seems, is dated as being over a year ago. However, there is what you notice. The final page of that journal has a short list on it that is failed photos. Or not failed, incomplete photos. With 5 little checkboxes written down in it. So, based off of what the two of you find, it's very likely, perhaps, that he failed to get all of the photos in this safari, and the apathy quickly took hold after that. Or at least didn't quickly take hold, but gradually took hold.
Right. And what we got for a list of photos?
Well, we have Ant reads off the list of photos.
Yeah. This is why I kept saying it earlier. The first checkbox is Azada, which is why I kept thinking Azada earlier instead of Hesper.
Oh.
The second one is Dreamer's Joy. The third one is Monarch Butterfly, comma Giant. The fourth one is Capricious Angel. And the fifth one is Cynosoma.
Can we recall knowledge on those names?
Oh,
One sounds familiar.
Can we recall knowledge on those names?
You certainly may attempt to recall knowledge them, yeah. We're going to do them one at a time here, so which one are you trying to recall knowledge against?
Well, we already know what an Azada is, right?
No, because I was speaking wrong about that. You guys met Hespers earlier. Azada or something else. That was just me entirely misspeaking.
Okay. I guess Kamana will go for Dreamer's Joy first.
Sure.
Kamana has good religion.
Oh, you're assuming it's a religion recon knowledge. How quaint.
Oh, I suppose it's crafting because it's a drug.
No, you're absolutely correct. It is religion.
How would you photograph a drug?
As
pretty
you know,
plain.
you think on it, Kamana, you've listened to so much conversation, people talking to you throughout the day. Even if you began to sort of disengage with people as you were going, the term dreamer's joy actually, you recall someone mentioning it to you as a pretty rare type of flower that blossoms alongside the pools inside Cynosure. So you would probably know what you are looking for. However, the interesting thing you know about it is you will not find them just looking for them. They bloom where people fall asleep on the banks of pools.
That'll be easy to do. I'm always tired. I can use it now.
Wait, you get cyan.
There you go,
Always
Kian. He's always asleep
Yeah.
up in the observation deck. Does anyone else want to try a recon knowledge about any of them?
Sure.
Sure. Which one do you want
Think
to?
what an Asata might be.
Yeah, go for it. Unfortunately, Halicon, Azada are actually a type of creature you are not familiar with.
And
You know they are celestial in some nature, but you aren't actually certain what they are.
okay, so not to be a fucking nerd
Give it
here,
a
but
shot.
Azada are walking around all over the place here in Cynosure, right?
No,
Okay.
they are not.
We did meet something with butterfly wings when we first got here, but we don't. I don't know. if
You guys
told us
have
what that
probably
was.
Crimson Caprices with you guys if you want.
Oh, is Crimson Caprice with us?
Yeah.
Oh. Hey, Crimson Caprice, what is all this?
I actually didn't know that.
That's lame. Yeah, she would have absolutely offered to be a tour guide if you guys wanted. You could have had her go do other things, but she would have happily sort of continued to guide you guys around Cynosure.
Oh, I mean, like, if we don't need her to be doing anything, then, if nothing else, Kamana enjoys her company, so.
Keeping up the time of one of Desna's heralds.
Yeah, no. I mean, Desna's Herald seems to enjoy spending time with us, so.
She does. She seems to,
I'm
at
sure
least.
Crimson... I'm sure... Oh, no, now you're gonna make Kamana get anxious!
Yep, that's the goal.
What do you mean? What do you mean seems to? Are you just pretending to like me? Sorry. Anyways, yeah. What can Crimson Caprice tell us about the subjects?
You're choosing the lame option out, I see.
Yes, I am
Ask
choosing
the herald for the answers.
Yes.
Well, we don't have Thinker.
Crimson Caprice could give you guys the general answers, I suppose. She will happily answer. Zata you see them every now and then. They tend to work as messengers here in Cynosure. You're looking for humanoid creatures, much like yourself, but violet-skinned, childlike features, perhaps. Antennae, much like your own, Commander. Purple butterfly wings. They're unique. I'll point them out to you. Trying to get one to stop for a photo, or getting one of them moving, might be a bit of a challenge, but I'm sure you're up for the fact. If you are looking for a large monarch butterfly, I mean, you just need a nice field. I know a few that I could lead you to. It's not a particularly big hike to them.
What kind of butterfly is Crimson Caprice?
That's a great question. Crimson Caprice, you
Yeah, I was
can't really
thinking, like-
say is a direct butterfly because he's also like a flower. His form is constantly shifting, or her form is
Okay.
constantly shifting between that of a butterfly and a flower.
Okay. So we couldn't just cheat by taking a photograph of Crimson.
Not for the monarch butterflies. However, for the capricious angels,
Yeah, what's that about?
think on it for a moment. Crimson
I mean,
Caprice,
Mhm.
capricious,
I didn't want to assume.
Herald Angel. It's probably you could probably just take a picture of Crimson Caprice for that one and be fine.
Did this guy even really try to take these pictures? They seem not that hard to get.
It's. I mean, things like the butterflies, Dreamer's Joy might be a bit hard if you don't know about them. Getting a picture of Desna's heralds would actually be normally pretty damn difficult. You guys just have one chaperoning you around because you're lucky. As for getting an
Awesome.
Azada picture,
Special.
that could also be challenging. If you can't convince them to stop, then you're trying to get a picture of Superman in flight effectively. It's not easy.
The bird, it's a plane. No, it's an Azada.
As for Cynosoma, Cynosoma are, well, it's going to be quite a trek to try and find them. The closest ones will nest a few miles outside of the rest, and can be pretty... twitchy isn't the nice word to use. On edge to strangers approaching. But,
Pretty on edge to strangers approaching too. I get it.
yeah, the forests, if you head east, there's a forest of willows, blue and green leaves. You should be able to find some in there.
Anything they like that we can present to them to put them at ease?
No, it's more so that if they notice your presence, they're going to fly away.
Oh,
They... Imagine, Kamana, how you get on edge around strangers, and multiply that by 5 of yourself.
oh, that doesn't sound.
There's a reason
Very
they
fun.
don't like to live in Butterfly's Rest. They like to live in the forest. They like the solitude.
Oh, I guess I'm mad. I'll have to just trade in her sniper rifle for that camera.
Same thing, point and shoot.
So, do we want to divide and conquer?
There's only one camera.
I mean, you guys have cameras on your comm units
Oh,
that you could
I wasn't
use.
sure
Yeah.
if this camera. I wasn't sure if this
Yeah.
camera was special and had to be done with it.
It's a very nice antique camera. If you like go
I
around
think
it
we-
and use it, you might find it easier to convince people.
I think we should probably go all together with the one antique camera.
I'll effectively say there's
Yeah.
actually different
Should,
bonuses depending on whether
someone
you're using
say-
it or your comm unit.
And I've got pretty good stealth. so-
should someone stay here with Mr. Gray?
I don't think he's
Um,
going to go anywhere.
He just starts crying as
Or
you
do we
say
just wanna
that.
Take him with us.
Oh,
Sorry, buddy.
We
We're
can
going to
always,
get this done.
Ah,
treat-
get over it.
oh, you're being mean to him. And Kamana will run over and hug him.
You can't just tell someone who's depressed just get over it, you know.
Yeah. You have to
Doesn't
sit
really
there and
work
make
that
fun
way.
of them and then help them out.
Oh.
Are you sure you suffer from PTSD?
Okay.
Yes, I do. Horrendously.
Just
Oh,
checking.
gosh, I'm going to go cry.
You all concern me. And on that note, that's where we're going to go ahead and take a break. Stand up, stretch, grab some water, review your life choices, and I'll see you all in a few minutes. All right, welcome back, everyone. So, as you all, unless there's anything else you would like to do in Safano's apartment, you guys are good to head out, and whether you want to go take pictures or do something else, you're welcome to do so. The choice is yours.
Yeah, and drag the gnome along so he's not.
You're gonna weaken at Bernie's the gnome.
Okay.
I'll give him a
Where do you-
piggyback ride.
Yeah, that's it.
Well,
Does this count as
fresh air.
kidnapping?
A bit. But when I was depressed, I wish that would happen to me. So just come on, grab me, make me do things.
that's actually pretty fair. Let's grab the gnome and bring him with. No, maybe
Sure.
not. Grab the gnome.
Fuck it. Why not? You guys want to grab the gnome and just bring him with you as you try and take pictures? Sure.
I'll carry him.
I love
we'll
it.
just have oh, there you go.
Are you like baby
I'll
swaddling,
dismiss,
piggyback
Surge
riding?
like that. There you go.
How are we carrying this
You
gnome?
can just put him inside a scourge.
I'll
What if
carry
put him inside
him.
a scourge?
That sounds horrifying. I don't think we should do that.
No one likes my nanobot
Okay.
goo.
I mean, it would be a new experience, so it might help.
Remember, it has to be a new
Hey,
and
see?
interesting experience to them. It has to be something they actually care about.
I mean,
He might only care about getting out at that point.
it'll still help the bleaching.
Durkesh, are
Or
you
make it worse.
setting up a harness?
Yeah.
Fantastic. You set him up on your back, you put a little bar on your lower back that he can stand on. And as you stand up and begin walking, he just falls backwards off of it.
Oh my
Oh.
god.
All right. I'll carry him like a baby.
Okay. So you guys walk into this apartment on your own and leave with a no. Remember when we said there probably wasn't a lot of crime here in Cynosure? I found the criminals.
Never denied it.
Look, Kamana is just trying to put a smile on his face. She's just doing the same thing she always does.
I love it. Okay. Then where do you guys want to go first? What do you want to go try and take a picture of? There's Azada, there's the Dreamer's Joy, there's the Monarch Butterflies, the Cynosoma, Crimson Caprice.
Well, I guess we take a picture of Crimson Caprice first, since she's like right there.
Yeah, him in a shot too.
Also,
Yeah.
if Crimson Caprice doesn't outright stop us from doing this, as far as I'm concerned, this is perfectly acceptable.
Yeah, like you're the you're the herald of Desna. If this was wrong, you'd stop us, right?
Sorry, I wasn't paying attention. What were you doing?
Yeah.
Oh, we're just gonna take.
We're going to take
Stefano here
pictures.
on a trip.
Oh,
Yeah.
lovely. Making new friends. I'm so glad for you.
Mhm.
Anyway, I'm going to stop paying attention
Wonderful.
again, so I don't know what you're doing. What was that? You wanted to take a picture of me?
Yes. Yeah.
I'd be flattered.
Selfie for the gnome.
No check necessary for this photo. Caprice will absolutely pose as much as you want for as long as you require. Will definitely make sure to really sort of not look at Safano the entire time so that plausible deniability exists.
Hey, we're
Doing
giving
it to
him
put a
very
smile
novel-
on his face.
to bring him out of the bleaching. This is a novel experience, being kidnapped and forced to take pictures that he's interested in.
Are you like taking the pictures with him in them or with him around, or are you like setting him on the ground, putting the camera in his hands, and forcing him to click the button to take the picture?
I I thought we included him in this particular picture at least.
That's
Yeah,
fine
in
too. I
this
want to
picture-
check.
In this picture, since it's easy enough to catch Caprice in a picture, we can probably have Pizza Man in there.
Durgash, you go and like stand him up, and then you have to like sort of keep an arm on his lower back from outside of the picture frame. Otherwise, he is absolutely just going to fold like a house of cards. So you have to like
This really
little hands to keep him standing in place.
This
Are we
really
sure he's
is
not dead?
Weekend in Bernie's.
Are we
Put a
sure
s-
he's not dead?
Put a stack of books in front of him for him to lean on, all that good stuff. Yeah, absolutely. You guys get a picture of him and Crimson Caprice. Fuck it, why not? It's one day he's gonna look back on this picture and laugh about it.
Exactly. Glorious.
We're good people. We're not doing anything wrong.
You kidnapped a man.
For his own good.
You could even say you broke into his apartment.
For his own good.
No, we
The
didn't break
door-
in. We entered.
The door
No,
was
he-
unlocked.
We trespassed.
Someone
but no, we
buzzed
didn't
us
break.
in, so
Yeah, he buzzed us in, so.
You guys are getting a little defensive. Maybe that should tell you
Well-
something about your conscience in this.
When we come to a court
My
of law in
conscience is worried about-
Cynosure, these are the important things.
Mhm.
Well, you guys
No,
get... Oh, go ahead.
Next episode, the crew of the Primarata stands trial for trespassing and kidnapping.
Desna's gonna walk up. I told you all to take a rest.
This was restful. I haven't laughed so much in years.
oh, we misunderstood.
Fair
we
enough.
got arrested
Dismissed.
Your Honor, it was fun. Yeah, okay.
Sounds
Love
good to me.
Desna.
She honestly probably would be like, as long as you guys don't go overboard, she'll probably let you get away with breaking the law a little bit. There's a reason Caprice is turning his head.
I feel like the law in Cynosure is like just do unto others, or like do what thou wilt, and
much.
that's like the extent of the law.
The law is quite literally Desna. There isn't actually any formal law or government here.
Yeah, that's
It's
fair.
just Desna's approach to things. Oh no, you've committed a crime. They're actually they're very forgiving. They forgo imprisonment a lot or other really harsh punishments. Most of the time, guilty criminals just get ousted from Cynosure, and they'll never be allowed back in. Just get yeeted out of a demi-plane. Yeah.
Oh wow.
I feel like a lot of the people who would commit crimes in Cynosure either do it like without ill intent, they just got a little bit too hyphy and did something wrong, or they're like scam artists who are trying to scam the good, naive people of Cynosure and should get kicked out anyways.
This won't come up in the story, so I have no issue sharing it. My favorite thing is there is one, like, actual enterprised criminal organization here in Cynosure. And it's a night hag who is the CEO
Oh, that's cool.
of an illicit dream trading company
Oh my god, that's so cool.
who just never gets caught. Which is
Starfinder
fantastic.
Weird, man.
So you guys will not run into them at all in the course of this story, barring something real strange happening. But
Hey, Jericho, Kamana
Yeah.
actually wants to go see if she can buy some dreams.
yeah, absolutely. I've got many shops for you. What kind are you looking for?
Oh, dang. Gray market ones.
Great.
The hard stuff.
The hard
Gray
stuff.
market dreams. Yeah. Give me some of those fucked up nightmares.
I mean, if that's what you're into, you'll find merchants selling them.
Jericho, I play in your games. Of course, that's what I'm into.
I'm not going to look too deeply into that because I don't want to think about what that means about me as a person or my storytelling. Moving right along.
Okay, sorry.
It's fine.
Kimana's goth arc.
Kamana's listening too much to the song that the evil version of Kamana made, and it's slowly twisting her.
Oh no! Kamana's gonna be the final. Is it gonna be part of the final fight where
Yep.
she does Dirge of Doom rather than inspire courage?
Okay. All of that being said, you guys have pictures of a capricious angel. Probably the funniest picture you're ever going to get. What would you like to try and get a picture of next?
Azada are supposed to be all over the place in
Yeah.
Cynosure, right?
You really don't have trouble spotting them. They ferry messages between Somnium Spire and just other locations around the city. It is trying to actually get a good photo of one is going to be what the real issue is. So really, that's probably going to unless you guys have good ideas. Probably the simplest thing would be like track one through the air, figure out what their route is. Whenever they like take a break, track them down to where they take their breaks, meet them there, and ask for a photo.
Can we hire one? They're sending messages. Maybe there's a courier service.
It's sort of the official courier service. It's more so that they are sending messages out from Somnium Spire, which is like the big broadcasting station in the city. They aren't really like private hires.
Amara, how do you feel about your capabilities with the tranquilizer rifle?
I don't have one.
Can we acquire the tranquilizer rifle? No, I'm sorry. I'm joking. We're not gonna.
Yeah, that seems a bit extreme.
You've gone from trespassing and kidnapping to now shooting the messenger.
Oh, sure, but we're the bloodthirsty ones.
I mean,
It's a song.
we
You
could
gotta
try
let
to
Kamana
get
stop
into
working on it.
the broadcasting center.
Shit.
Yeah, maybe head to the broadcasting center, wait for one to show up.
Yeah, you could certainly do that. If you guys want to head to the base of Somnium Spire, which is right near the Sevenfold Palace. Oh, was someone about to say something? No, fantastic. Okay. Thought I heard a voice. Might just be the voices in my head again. Who knows? For legal reasons, that is a joke. Yeah, heading to the base of the spire. It is the tallest structure in the city, so it's easy to find and like track to the entrance of. And just sort of waiting by the entrance. There's people going in and out throughout the day. You guys are easily able to watch a lot of Azada come and go throughout the day as they're delivering messages, like rushing in and out. Do you want to try and grab the attention of one, like as they're coming back in? Or do you want to more so wait till like the end of the day when maybe their work shift would be ending and try and catch them when they're off the clock, so to speak?
Catch one while they're coming in. I mean, I don't want to wait here for the rest of the day.
Hey.
We have
Hey,
other
you.
things to photograph.
Hey,
Huh? Wait, what? Who?
come down here.
Ah!
Hey.
One of them will like quickly flit down. And they don't even stop moving. Like, they come down, but they're just flitting about erratically in space. Imagine someone who has had enough caffeine for a year and has the ability to actively fly, trying to stay in
Like
one space.
Hummingbird kind of thing.
Pretty much, yeah. Just quite literally too much energy to control. They're just buzzing around in place. You have their attention for a brief moment here, but who's to say how long that's going to last?
Hey,
Can-
we're on a
can-
mission
can-
working.
We're on a mission from Desna. Can we please have a photograph?
Give me a diplomacy check.
Mission from Desna.
That
have a photograph.
unfortunately doesn't hold a lot of weight to that.
Really?
That-
Okay.
Because they're doing
That
work for
aim-
Desna, effectively.
Okay, aim that
Um,
diplomacy.
Yeah, anyone who wants to aid
Yeah.
here certainly can.
All right, here's your aid.
Thank you.
I did not aid.
Unfortunate.
I tried.
No bonus for
Actually,
you.
can I-
Kamana. Oh, Helicon?
Can I use this on the 8 check?
Absolutely. Yeah, on the aid check you certainly can.
Sure.
So you can re-roll and keep the better result, Durgesh.
Okay.
As Helicon just starts speaking encouragement into your head.
Okay. Aid.
Right.
Now, I'm not sure why you would save that for the actual diplomacy check, but okay.
Because it's funny.
Because it would otherwise mean that she couldn't use a hero point instead on the more important check,
And there you go.
which is strictly better than this.
Well,
I
Kamana,
did click the wrong option.
that's fine. Go ahead and take a +1 circumstance bonus. That is a
Well,
before you re-roll, just so you're aware. Okay.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
I wanted to let you know that a 12 was not just a failure; it was a crit fail. But
Oh no.
a 25,
Oh.
thankfully, is a success. I just wanted to make sure you were aware of what you were rolling for.
Part of me wanted to keep the crit fail just because it might have been funny,
You
but
re-rolled before I even told you it was a crit fail.
sorry.
Give me a
The
chance to
plan B is the
speak.
tranquilizer gun. I'm happy that we did this video.
It's less so that you convince them to actually stop for a moment because you're not sure that's mortally possible, and more so that as Kamana and Durgesh are calling out and like trying to talk this person into posing for a picture, one of you is smart enough to just take the picture while they're there.
Yeah.
And you get a couple just in case.
I'll show them off to Stefano.
Yeah.
Look.
Notably, crying less than before now.
Yay!
Good.
Much less than before.
We're making progress.
Give me a perception check, actually, Amara. Fantastic. Anyways, you guys get a couple pictures of the Azada, thankfully, before. Like, it's less so that they're not impressed when you say you're on a mission from Desna, and more so they start asking you about it. Oh, what's the mission? Why do you gotta take a photo? Why's it gotta be me, huh? It's like a child. Why? Before eventually, after like 30 seconds, they just go, oh, sorry, I'm behind schedule now, gotta go! They just zip off.
Yeah, thank you.
Have fun.
Why don't they? Oh wait, no. I guess they can't use drift communication, can they? Never mind.
No, they cannot. The drift is down. The drift also wouldn't really make communication faster between different locations here in Cynosure.
Yeah.
Granted, they could still use, like, radio or whatnot, actual commune calls, but the Azada needs something to do. Let's be fair. They've got to have an outlet for that energy somehow. And I fear to imagine what sort of hazard and mayhem they would get up to if they didn't have a job. So,
I want more adventure paths where the villains are just chaotic, good, stupid people who fuck things up on accident.
be the chaotic, good, stupid villain you wish to see in the world, Kamana.
Truly.
I was about to say that. That's usually the PCs.
That is usually the PCs, tis true.
PvP campaign coming up next. Fantastic. Unintentionally.
Oh, that's 2 of the 5.
Yeah. So you guys need Dreamer's Joy, which will include apparently going outside of the city, or at least to one of the nice green spaces, and taking a nap. Going a bit outside of the city to some of the nicer, larger fields to get pictures of the large butterflies. And heading out the furthest from the city, several miles, to the forests to try and find the elusive Cynosoma. The choice is yours.
Well, which one was the one we can still do in the city?
The Dreamer's Joy would be the closest. That is very much like, that's just go to any of the green spaces in Midnight Lane and find some of the pools there, take a nap.
Okay, who wants to go take a nap?
I've been carrying
also
this
taking a
around the whole city.
I could use.
Take a nap.
Sure.
I will actually be back in one moment. I'm so sorry, my allergies are kicking up all of a sudden. I desperately need to blow my nose. I'll be right back.
Do it, boss man. Tis the season.
I figure we start talking about making a flower bloom, and then here they go, allergies.
Placebo flower allergy. Every time I walk into like a craft store or something, it's fucking horrendous. The just because they always have so many flowers, and it's just like, oh my god, I can't fucking be in here for more than like 5 minutes.
What?
Yeah. Craft stores.
Ah. Yeah, that checks out.
For the flowers.
I don't even know why.
Flowers.
My nose today just all of a sudden after break was like, okay, time to stop working. But it sounds like you guys want to go and take a nap.
Yeah.
Fantastic. As you all head over to Midnight Lane, the many large green spaces of the city, and begin sort of looking around for a good place to take a nap, it's an extremely peaceful environment. As you're trying to figure out exactly like where Dreamer's Joy might bloom, where's the best looking spot to lay down and rest. I need everyone to give me a will save, please.
Oh boy. Sure, why not?
Oh, sure, everyone gets into 20s.
Except you, Durgesh. Oh, and except Ant.
Oh,
no.
no.
Nah, I don't feel so bad.
Well, here's the good news. You wanted to fail this roll.
Oh.
Oh,
So,
yay.
as you all are walking and looking for, a good place to take a nap, strangely enough, tiredness is really not finding you guys. There's almost a strange wakefulness keeping you up.
Is it because of the drugs we did?
Probably, yeah. But all of a
Shouldn't
sudden,
have gone on that.
you hear like thump, thump, thump. And taking a look behind you, you see Durgesh, Ant, and Stefano have all fallen on the ground.
Right, I was carrying them.
Oh.
He really were tired, huh?
Yeah, I'm not.
Kinda wanted to take a nap. Oh, maybe I can sing you guys a lullaby, and that'll send you to sleep. Do you want me to sing you a lullaby?
I think we have enough nappers. Someone has to take a picture.
Well, the flowers won't bloom until after the nap, or at least during it. So it's weird. From what you're aware, the flowers will not bloom in the presence of individuals who are awake. So, you either need to
you guys-
leave or take a nap.
I can leave. I'm fast.
I will say at this point, anyone who would like to can choose to fail the save and fall asleep here if they wanted to. At this
Sure.
point,
Okay.
or if you would rather
Mana.
leave.
Mana will voluntarily fail.
Yeah.
Kamana starts to sing a lullaby and then just slumps over.
Twinkle, twinkle, little.
Halcon maybe more gracefully lays down and falls asleep, as opposed to falling over like everyone else. Sort of leaving you, Amara, to either join them in a nap or walk away.
Walk away.
Fantastic. Amara leaves. You hear Safano, "Aww," as you walk away.
He's asleep. He can't tell.
He did not fall asleep. He succeeded the save.
Oh my god. Oh, he just slumped. Oh my god.
He was just being carried by Durgesh. So when Durgesh fell, funk, he fell too. He is trapped under a Vesk right now, being crushed into the dirt.
A 220 or 233-pound vest.
That feels kind of light for a Vesk.
Yeah.
Look, the bulk comes from the armor and the weapons. Don't judge a Vesk by their bulk.
That's fair.
Eventually, though, the rest of you will wake back up. But before you do so... Yeah, let's go ahead. Can I get a blind flat check from everyone who is currently asleep? So just a d20 roll blind. And the simplest way to do that, if you head over to the chat box in the bottom right, you should see right above it a similar drop-down that says public roll right now, and you can switch that to blind. And then below all that, you'll see some dice buttons. You can click the d20, and it'll put the little formula for rolling a d20 into the chat. You just hit enter to roll it.
No, I don't. Sorry. Trying to.
I can roll for you if you would like. Fine. Oh, there you go. Perfect.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Kamana, as you are asleep, unlike everyone else, you have a dream.
Woo.
It is, strangely, a dream of Cynosure.
Oh.
Just the city itself, you sort of find yourself in. But, I mean, it's quiet. A hush sort of hanging over the buildings. It is seemingly Cynosure in the middle of the night where everyone is asleep. The air still and fragrant. But you just dream of being in the city proper when everyone is asleep.
Huh. Is it lucid at all, or like is Kamana aware that she's dreaming during the stream, or is she just chilling out?
I'm going to say, for the purposes of this, yes, you are aware that this is a dream.
Okay. If Kamana has the time in the dream, she kind of wants to head like to Pizza Man's apartment, or I'm sorry.
Yeah, fuck it.
And just see if it like looks exactly the way she remember from the waking world to see if like this is an exact replica of waking Cynosure or something? I don't
Yeah.
know.
As you make your way back towards downtown, towards the tower apartments, head up in. There's no need to buzz yourself in right now because this is a dream, of course. So everything sort of just opens for you as you're going. The elevator doors open. The elevator rises you up into the air. The doors open on the fourth floor. You head to room 406. The door is not locked. You're able to push it open just fine. The room is not as you remember it in the waking world. It is clean, actually. The pictures are across the walls, of course, but there's no sign of dust anywhere. The photo safari book is open at the moment, seemingly perhaps completed. And notably, Safano himself is asleep on the sofa, color fully returned to him.
Oh. Other than that, Kamana will just wander around the city for the rest of the dream until she wakes up, seeing if maybe like if she walks into a cafe, if she can get that green tea mocha latte, like just given to her by dream logic.
Uh, yeah, you walk into a cafe. Thankfully, a lot of stuff is automated here, so even when everyone's asleep, you're able to get one made for you.
Does Kamana meet anybody else in the dream?
No,
Hmm. Not even
everyone
Desna?
is asleep.
Actually, Kamana will try to visit Desna's palace or whatever in the dream.
Sure, yeah. Heading over to Sevenfold Palace itself, the gates are shut. Actually, there aren't really gates. Sevenfold Palace just sort of repels anyone who's not welcome at the moment from entering. As you try and enter the building, which looks much more like a traditional castle at the moment to you, you are unable to enter. But it is
Well,
not the way you've been made aware. Normally, the palace is unable to be entered. A thick grid of lasers suddenly spring up to
oh,
actively block you from entering.
hey, that's kind of weird. Maybe I'll ask Desna about it once I'm awake again. But I'm just gonna keep sipping on this chai frappuccino or whatever it is. You know, in a dream it constantly changes, so who knows what it'll be the next time I look at it.
Can you give me one perception check, please? Or, at your discretion, an investigate recall knowledge. There will be different results based off of what you choose here.
Do I feel like I know what skill would be used for the recall knowledge?
Nope.
Fuck it. Recall knowledge.
Okay.
'Cause I do have religion.
Something is strange with this dream, Kamana. Not just that Sevenfold Palace didn't let you in a sort of weird way. Everyone is asleep. You've only been here 2 days.
Yeah.
Not once has there been a moment that everyone has been asleep. Both nights you've been here, you've been at performances that lasted from nightfall to sunrise. There is not a single person awake in this city right now.
Mana figured it was just a quirk of the dream, but it does, like... that is kind of weird, isn't it? Mona will start looking around to see, like, if there's maybe not anybody, but maybe something that's around.
Unfortunately, you do not have time for that in the dream.
Okay.
As trying to figure out what may have been bugging you, and it was the fact that everyone was asleep. The moment you go to start trying to seek anything out is when you wake back up. And all of you awaken near simultaneously, as if from a wonderful night's rest in your own beds, just on the grass near the water. Around you, numerous sort of lilac-colored flowers are blooming.
Whoa. Hey, little buddy. Ooh. Got some right here.
Click.
Amara comes back in right as everyone wakes up. Somehow, we're not sure.
That's nice.
Hey, I'm an operative. We do things like that.
Stealth roll into making the flowers believe that she's gone.
Call me
An
Commander
operative
Shepard.
is never late. It's never early. An operative arrives exactly when she means to.
That's a wizard.
I cast gun. Don't doubt my powers.
Okay,
Alright, so get
well-
the-
Let's put the gnome in front of the flowers and take a photograph.
Just sit him down amidst the flowers.
Yeah.
Say cheese. Click. He actually remains silent this time.
Oh, okay. Any color coming back?
Give me a perception check.
I could have used all this morning.
While this is happening, Kamana will actually ask Crimson Caprice about the dream
Yeah.
and if there's like some kind of special dreamscape that people who sleep in these green spaces go to or something.
First things first, you notice a very slight amount of color coming back to Stefano. Notably, though, he's not frowning anymore. He's not groaning. He's not crying. It definitely seems to be having an effect. Maybe you'll even see him smile soon.
Ooh.
But as you ask...
Where it is.
Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Oh, maybe he'll wake up and swear at us.
He might.
Where the fuck am I?
As you ask Crimson Caprice about this, which none of the rest of you had any dreams while you were asleep, so Kamana asking about this may seem a bit weird to you, considering you yourself did not have any of these dreams that she seems to be talking about. But Crimson Caprice will sort of morph a bit more towards being a butterfly. Well, people will oftentimes have dreams while here in Cynosure. Sometimes they have meaning, sometimes they do not. It is simply the transient nature of them is a bit more loudly expressed during your tenure in Cynosure. So, there is not a space that people directly go to whilst they are asleep here, but people can dream a number of different things.
So you've never heard of Desna's palace being guarded by laser beams?
That
And,
is
like-
not something I am directly familiar with, no, but certainly not impossible.
Do you think she would be okay if I asked her about that next time I saw her? Something felt off about it, and since she does dream stuff, I thought she might know something about it.
I'm sure she would be happy to talk to you about it the next time you speak. Durgesh, were you about to say something a minute ago? I feel like I heard your voice.
I was probably making a bad joke.
Ah, fair enough. Classic Durgesh.
Yeah.
Well, it is, by the time you guys wake from your nap, which really wasn't too long of a nap, it was maybe an hour, it's probably around, we'll say 5:30 in the afternoon at this point. So you could certainly possibly finish both of the other pictures today while there's still light if you are a bit quick on your feet.
That's right.
Someone go secure a ride.
What do you mean secure a ride?
Like, get transportation? Because you said it's like a few miles out of the city,
Yeah.
right?
There's transportation in the city.
I mean, it wouldn't be a hike if we got a vehicle, right?
You guys could possibly rent a vehicle.
Yeah.
I could pilot it.
Let's see here. Give me one moment.
We'll just take the bus.
The bus goes around the city proper. It doesn't really go out into the wilderness outside of the city. Which is why I'm debating if there really would be, like, rentable speeders or vehicles that you could take outside of the city. We're going to leave it up to a die roll, because we're playing an RPG, and that's fun. So I'm going to roll, I got a d20 with me, and I'm going to say on a 1 through 10, yeah, you guys can find transportation. On 11 through 20, there's probably not many places that you could easily find, at least, that would rent out transportation that you could take to the forests and back. You might have to spend time looking for one, and at that point, whether it's better to just walk there or not is up to you. So, that is a 14 on the die. So, I think, realistically, transportation around the city itself is super easy to find and get access to. Transportation that's like rentable or people offering rides into the wilderness around the city would definitely take some time and effort to find. So it's up to you guys if you want to put in that effort or just make the trek.
Come on, it'll be a hike. We'll get to see lots of stuff.
I mean, I'm fine with it. But then I'll
Yeah.
be walking slowly compared to you guys. I mean, walking fast. There's something. I don't know. I didn't get a nap like you guys.
Good.
Let's go.
Durgesh, can you carry me? I didn't really bring hiking boots or anything.
I've already carried the no.
Oh,
I like the distance you said that away from.
I might lean back.
I love it. Yeah. And I mean, it's a small hike, because first, if you guys want to head over to the fields where you can perhaps get a picture of a monarch butterfly, the giant ones, those are about 20 minutes away outside of the city a walk, so that would already be on the way to the forest.
Oh, there we go.
So you guys could certainly make your way up towards the butterflies. As you guys make your way out of the city, begin, following Crimson Caprice's directions towards the glades and fields where some of the butterflies are meant to stay and be known to be around. I am going to ask for perception checks from people to see if they can actively notice any of the butterflies.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Yeah. At similar times, both Amara and Halakon will notice. But, noticing two different things. Amara, you're sort of the first one to spot the fields that are definitely like large plant life that could support massive butterflies. You notice like large scales actively collecting on the grass, while Halakon, you begin to hear the sound of large wings beating through the air. And as you guys sort of continue following the trail up, you make your way into this large field. It's not just one monarch butterfly, and it's not just a single giant one. These butterflies are about 8-foot diameter wingspans, and there is a flock of maybe 40 of them dancing and cavorting in the sky. Orange and black in color, landing on flowers the size of yourselves, pretty much. It's certainly easy enough to grab some delightful photographs of them here while you are around.
Hey, Stefano, look at this. Now that's a sight, right?
A small smile graces his face.
He smiled.
And
you see?
he
Smiled,
nods
smiled,
ever so
smiled.
slightly.
One more left.
As you
It really
are-
is odd that he was never able to do any of this on his own, though. Like this wasn't that hard.
Look,
No offense.
He just lacked the motivation.
sometimes gnomes get a little apathetic. Nixing the A.
And a mommy gnome and a daddy gnome are very apathetic. I don't know where I was going.
Me neither. Let's just move on from that. As you guys sort of continue through the field a little bit and begin heading off towards the forest off in the distance, there is one other thing you notice, Amara, that sort of catches your attention. Aside from all of the large flowers and the butterflies, there is a sort of glowing crystal formation, seemingly growing out of the ground slightly, that a few of the crystals seem to have been knocked off, or perhaps just fell off naturally and are sort of littered around the base of this formation, and is just ever so slightly glowing.
Hey, we got some glowing crystals. You want to know what those are? Should we take them?
Let's do a recall knowledge.
Sure.
Yeah, I'll join you in that. I have no idea what skill might be appropriate.
Big old crystal. Probably nature.
Maybe.
Might be Arcana.
Who knows?
Oh, maybe.
Occultism. What?
Perhaps. Yeah.
Blood of dead butterflies.
Working together, you guys are pretty easily able to identify these. These are moon crystals. They grow in lunar gardens. They can be in a number of different hues. They shed magical light constantly. So they're like Everlight crystals, pretty much. They require no oxygen. They generate no heat. What makes them perhaps a bit more valuable than an Everlight crystal is that they provide a few days of environmental protection as long as you have one near you.
Nice.
So effectively, as if you were wearing controlled armor, you can have one of these and it'll automatically activate itself if you need protection, and then deactivate itself when you're in a safe environment.
Oh.
But
Nice.
after it has provided those 4
Oh.
days of protection, the light will go out and the crystal will crumble.
4 days cumulative, right? So you can
Yes,
do, like,
4
8
cumulative
hours and then-
days. Yep. There are enough here that you guys could effectively gather 3 of these moon crystals. So
Sure, why not?
just cute little fun consumables.
Well, throw my thinker. He'll find them interesting.
You know what they're really good for? Selling.
Oh yeah.
Better trash.
Those are 100 credits apiece, baby.
Man.
Go start getting mine.
Ooh.
We can't just sell these wonderful things we got from the wonderful Desna place.
Crimson Caprice
Can
is
we?
like, yes, you can.
Oh.
What's stopping you?
It's being weird, Kamana.
If you're not going to find any use of it, it's a nice glowing crystal. It's not like it's a big gift or anything, though, so what's stopping you?
No, nightlight.
So.
All right. But you guys are able to head out to the forest. Do you want to sort of take your time, do some exploration actions as you're going? In which case you'd probably have to camp out in the forest tonight and make your way back to the city tomorrow morning? Or do you want to try and sort of book it there, get a good picture, and book it back tonight?
I guess we can take our time.
Mhm.
Everybody else is
Yeah.
okay with that.
Sure.
Yep.
Camping in the wilderness of Cynosure sounds delightful.
A new experience every day.
Yeah.
Yeah. As you guys make your way forward towards the forest, first things first, through the fields is an absolutely delightful trek. They're dotted with lavender flowers. It's a beautiful, beautiful journey. But you do eventually reach the forest Caprice pointed out to you guys. Willow trees with blue and green leaves, absolutely delightful. You make your way under the canopies. Caprice lets you know to look for the glittering dust and follow from there. I am going to need 2 different checks here. I'm going to need a survival check from someone to actively track one of these creatures, and then I'm going to need a stealth check from someone once you've tracked them to actively approach them to get a good picture without them flying off.
Yeah, spell check will be mine. 'Cause the best.
I think I can possibly do this track check here. I think I'm the best.
You might be the
Yeah.
only one trained in it.
I'm the best.
You're the
Uh,
best.
Amara's trained.
Oh, Amara's trained also. Look at that.
Okay. Go ahead and do this.
Tracking is a public roll, Kamana.
Oh, sorry.
Sure.
I
No worries.
always forget if.
I always
you
forget
want-
it too. I actually just looked it up. Because, is it public or is it blind? But it is public, so you got a 22.
Okay.
Which is
it's
absolutely
failure.
a success.
Right, cool.
As you manage to pretty quickly, especially with the light fading a bit more, it's not like there's a sun or anything here in Cynosure. It is pretty much nighttime with starlight 24/7. But, you've got 24-hour clocks that help you keep track of a good schedule. And with the bit of light filtering through the light from your own flashlights and comm units, it's pretty easy to discover the glitter glowing on some of these leaves and begin following them towards where you believe these cynosomas are resting. Once you get close enough, you begin to see them sort of where the trees open up into a clearing. It's hard to actively see the creatures within them because they are surrounded by clouds of this shimmering dust. So if you would like to give me that blind stealth roll, Amara, to actively creep closer, would you like to hero point this roll or not?
We
I'll
are
give
doing
you that
Keeley, so
choice.
you're like.
We are. You got a +10 if it's a 10 or below.
Yep. I don't. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, probably for the best because your original roll was a 2.
Yeah. Kind of what I figured.
But your follow-up roll was a 10. So the best possible roll you could get, aside from it being directly a nat 20 for the increase in success. You have a moment where you almost trip on one of the trees, that lack of not getting a nap earlier today, perhaps catching up to you a bit. And you trip, but you catch yourself, and you're still far enough away that it doesn't alert any of the cynosomas, and you begin to creep a bit closer, taking the camera in hand, and as you get to the edge of the clearing, you begin to be able to sort of see into these clouds of dust where there are humanoid creatures, slightly smaller than yourself, but with massive, effectively moth wings on their back that they are lazily beating to keep themselves aloft here. And you are free to take the picture.
Click. 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 I take the picture, and then I silently finger gun them and walk away.
Fantastic. Give them some finger guns, walk back to the rest of the group with a successful picture. Do you want to show it to Stefano now? Do you guys want to like find a place to set up and camp for the night and show it to him then? How do you want to do it?
Let's find a place to camp. Let's make it harder. Let's make it mysterious. Did I get the picture? Was I stealthy?
You did
never know.
indeed.
Will you?
Oh. Who's to say?
Mm-hmm.
They're doing a bit.
The world may never know. Yeah, absolutely. You guys are able to find another spot a little bit out of the way, set up a campground for the evening, get yourselves ready, maybe make a meal for everyone, and then whenever you guys are ready, eventually show the picture to Stefano.
There you go, Stefano.
And with everything you have shown him, not just shown him either, the actual experience of bringing him along with you, even falling on top of him when you fell asleep earlier. All of this sort of accumulates together, and as he looks through this final picture you show him, there is a moment where instead of just looking at the picture, he actively reaches out and takes the camera from your hands to look at it more closely. At which point there's sort of an almost only takes 2 to 3 seconds to shift. His sepia-toned skin shifts to this more warm umber. His pale eyes regain an emerald green to them. Biggest change, his hair from completely pale, pretty much, to a deep ocean blue. But after a minute, he sort of lowers the camera a little bit, a big smile wide on his face at this point. Thank you all.
No problem.
I really wasn't expecting much. Is that your dog, Ant?
Oh no, his dog has his mic.
Uh-oh.
Ant, are you okay?
Is it full moon?
We've lost him, no.
I'm actually kind of concerned.
Wait, was that snoring?
It might be snoring.
It might be, yeah.
It sounds like
Oh
snoring.
my god. It wasn't me this time.
I think it's snoring.
I'm gonna go ahead and mute them here, just in case.
Jericho, for what it's worth, it's not your fault.
I'm a bad yeah.
Kamano will look at Pizza Man though and say, "So, how long do you think this will keep you going until, just in terms of staving off the bleaching? Will this be a good long one? I hope.
Hopefully.
Hopefully.
Honestly, I'm not entirely sure, but well, I'm definitely feeling a lot chipper now, and perhaps I've been in Cynosure a tad too long, so maybe it's warmer winds beckon now, and I should seek out some new distance sites further from here.
You might have to wait a little bit. The drift is kind of down right now.
It is it?
But yeah.
That's just sad to hear, isn't it? That's okay, I need to requisition a ship and everything anyways, so I'll find my way out of here when I'm meant to. Thank you, truly.
Yeah, no
It's a
No worries.
heaviness that you just... That's honestly terrible. So, I'm not sure I ever would have gotten free myself if not for you all, so I greatly appreciate you.
Thank your artist friend. He's one who sent us in your direction.
Munol, yes. I'll stop by him before it's past time I went back to the gallery anyways, so see what new he's got and give him my thanks. But it does seem like we are camping out here for the night, is it?
Yeah.
Absolutely wonderful.
Android's already asleep.
Oh, well then I should probably lower my voice.
You sound like a heavy sleeper.
It's not much in the way of thanks, I mention, but I am quite proficient with reading fates, you could say. And he'll pull out like a deck of cards almost, though it's not really a deck of cards because it is like a hologram of a deck of cards more than anything else. And I may be a bit rusty, but I'd be happy to do a reading for you all.
Mhm.
You seem like you all have quite a lot on your plates.
I mean, it could help confirm some things, at least. Or maybe paint a nicer future, which involves fewer fights against devils.
A fight
Maybe you won't see a dead universe.
Fights with devils, dead universes. Oh goodness, you all really do need help, don't you?
Yeah.
Well, I'd be happy to give you all a reading here. Give me just a moment to get set up. And I will ask you guys above table. I'm happy to do an actual hero reading for you guys, but if we want to just say he does a hero reading, I'm also happy to do it that way. Because I know hero readings are not everyone's cup of tea.
Well, for reference, Jericho's tarot readings are like scarily accurate. I don't even believe in like real life tarot readings, but Jericho's tarot readings are still somehow like kind of crazy.
It's almost as if he's the writer of the play.
Right? I have future knowledge. Who'd have thunk? So, I'll give you guys some time to think about it. We are right about at the end of session here, so I wouldn't have time to do it tonight anyways. So I think we will go ahead and end it off here. And I'll go ahead and shoot a message into the Discord chat in the next day or two, and you guys can let me know if we would like to do an actual hero reading at the start of next session, or just limit it and do more so you guys may ask a question or two to the hero reading, and I will simply provide the main answer you would get, as opposed to doing the full reading. So you guys may make that choice. But thank you all so much for playing.
Thank you.
I hope you enjoyed.
Thank you for joining us, Ant, if you can hear me.
Thank you for joining. We're glad to have
you.
you.
It'll be in the YouTube video.
And I will see you all next week. It's not like anyone watches this far, anyways.